into this video we are reacting to. Boston Richey is done and his career is over. You going to jail.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest, I was never really Boston Richey has one song that I actually, you know what I'm saying, like and mess with and stuff like that. But I never thought this, even when the whole him tricking out on kids, you know what I'm saying, all the young girls he be dealing with, I never thought Boston Richey was a good guy to begin with. I always thought he was a weird dude, you know? And with these allegations that Flacco just dropped, man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for you at all, brother. You know? But yeah, with that being said, let's go to get to this video and let's get the full information from that man Flacco.
Boston Richey, you are going to jail, bro, for a very long time at that. It's no secret that Boston Richey has been a weird guy for a while now, but
Right.
Boston Richey has been able to get away with being weird because for the most part, there's been
Because I feel like another thing that gets away with him, because he be always talking about tricking on girls. So it's like the girls is like, hey, I don't give a fuck if you say if he act the way, you know what I'm saying, he talking about tricking and it's benefit me. You know? But I feel like all the dudes, we all been peeped at Boston Richey, you know, was quite a weird fella, if we do say so ourselves. You know, this nigga is definitely this Boston Richey is the epitome of money cannot unlame a nigga, bro. This is very much clearly a lame ass nigga, and when he got more money, he was just even more of a lame ass nigga.
no real tangible evidence until now. But we didn't need to wait until now to know that Boston Richey was messing with underage women. Like, we could have used our brain and came to this conclusion when we seen Boston Richey post a photo of a then 18-year-old Tati, newly 18-year-old Tati, on his bed with no clothes on.
And I don't understand the niggas who basically be spying camping these 18-year-old girls. Like, I remember there was a girl at my school who was like star volleyball player or whatever, right? For our school. So she wasn't going like D1 like that. But she was like our quote unquote best volleyball player or whatever, right? And weirdly enough, she was coached by men. Like, kind of weird that a man, in my opinion, a man, I don't think should be coaching a women's volleyball team. You know, like, you know, I don't know. You said it's a bit of a gray area. But bro, I remember I had a crush on her, but she wouldn't give me no play. But then I ended up running into her in the future out of high school. Bro, she told me that the moment she graduated, all these the volleyball coaches and the basketball coaches was on that, trying to get on that with her. I'm just like, God damn, you niggas are some strange niggas. Like, what do you mean you waited for her to graduate? Like, that's just not as bad. Like, bro, if you're waiting for to graduate, or even with this whole he just said about Boston Richey, it's like if this nigga waited for her to get freshly 18, bro, that means he had to have known about her when she wasn't even 18. So that's like, bro, you're even weirder for that, bro. Nigga scouted the hoes like it's a goddamn NFL, NBA draft. You know what I'm saying? The top prospects to turn 18 in the next season. Like, come on, what are we talking about? Oh, wait, fuck.
He posted this picture of them on vacation and her in bed with him with nothing but his chains on. He posted this 6 days after she turned 18. And we know this because he posted that picture on the 12th. And she posted happy birthday to me on January 6, 2024. Common sense will tell you he didn't just meet her on January 6th.
Right.
And within 6 days of her turning 18, he had her on vacation in bed, butt naked, and posted on social media to go official. That's not how those things work. So clearly he was messing with her when she wasn't 18 years old. But today we got the confirmation that we needed when Tati took to Instagram to tag Epic Records. And she wrote a few days ago, you all held a meeting after it was brought to your attention that your artist shared a tape of me when I was underage to other women. So apparently Boston Richey like had videos in his phone of giving Tati back shots when she was underage and he was sharing them with other women. This isn't
Fucking diabolical. Like, hey yo, you want hey yo, check me out. Look at this video real quick of me cracking this minor. Like, nigga, like, why would you think that's a good idea to do that?
even the first time Boston Richey has been accused of this. This is a recurring thing. Now, this other woman named R.A.J., who was apparently his side chick when he was dealing with Tati, she accused Boston Richey of sending nude pictures of herself and explicit videos of herself to other women that Boston Richey was trying to impress. Apparently, this is like his game. Like, when he's dealing with other women, he would apparently...
I remember one time though, on a quick side note, I had matched with a girl on Hinge and we were texting or whatever, right? And so we got on the phone and we were talking about. She was asking what I was doing, and I'm joking with her. I told her I'd do OF, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm in my camera. I got gazer shots. You know what I'm saying? Straight throat pounding scenes with it, right? Why the fuck did this young lady ask? Let me see.
Fuck no.
He wanted me to see me give other girls crazy back shots. Right. You know what I'm saying? Some women are into that, you know? Some women are into that shit. Flock, you know what I'm saying?
Send them videos of him engaging in intercourse with other girls to tell them, yeah, I already had her. You know, yeah, like you look up to her, I already had her. That's the game because, like a lot of these like IG models look up to other IG models who's been in the game a little longer. I guess Tati and RAJ are like really, influential IG models or IG bops. So apparently Boston Richey will send videos of himself with them to other IG models to bag them. It's just a weird game all in all. But this is not the first time, which is why I 100% believe Tati, because other women has also came forward to accuse Boston Richey of this. And obviously, this is true if Epic Records is having meetings to talk about this. But she continued and she would say, rather than addressing the seriousness of that behavior, the response seems to have been to initiate a smear campaign against me. This situation deserves to be handled with accountability and maturity. Accountability is jail time, bro. To me, that's the only level of accountability here when it comes to you being in possession of child porn. To me, you should have been in jail after you posted that little girl 6 days after she turned 18 in your bed with no clothes on.
Right.
Because obviously that means y'all was talking before she turned 18. To me, that should have been the jail time right there. But apparently it wasn't. Apparently that was not enough. But you being dumb enough to record yourself engaging with this young girl before she became of age, oh no, you got to go to jail. But unfortunately, women like Tati are also disgusting human beings. And when they say accountability and maturity, they're talking about day one money. She don't want to see a perpetrator or a predator in.
Yeah, she's like, she don't really give a fuck about this nigga go to jail. And she's like, yo, like, I held this nigga accountable. You know what I'm saying? Slide me $1 million check. You know? Slide me $1 million check. I'll act like none of this shit happened. I'll tell y'all, Boston Richey's the epitome of what every man should strive to be. You know? But if y'all not gonna pay me, then fuck this nigga.
Jail. She wants money. That's why the record label got involved. That's why she contacted Epic Records, is so they could give her money. Right? That's all these chicks care about, bro, is paper. You should be more concerned with getting this perpetrator in jail, not like how much they could pay you, right? And
But to these type of women, bro, these niggas going to jail means nothing. It's like, I don't get no money from this nigga. I don't benefit from this situation if this nigga go to jail. I'm trying to benefit. I'm trying to get my chicken back up off the back of blackmailing him, essentially. You know? But I feel like this is just how most of the women are in these situations where you're getting with these rappers, and it's good when they're tricking on you, but once they ain't tricking on you no more, it's like, oh, fuck him and fuck everything he got going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's why, it's really hard to have sympathy for Tati because she's also a terrible human being, bruh. Right? She's perfectly okay with this perpetrator and this predator going on a loose if she gets paid. So she continues, your artist clearly needs help, real help. To be very clear, this information is confirmed. I am in close contact with someone from the team who was present in the Zoom meeting at Epic Records where this situation was discussed. So she's now going public because she believes they're running a smear campaign against her to ruin her credibility. Now, her proof of this is multiple blog posts reposted this particular clip that went viral of her saying that she's using Boston Richey for materialistic things, that the only reason she stayed with him for so long is for materialistic things. Now, I personally know how
I
blog.
feel like a lot of these niggas are. I feel like Moneybagg Yo, G Herbo, Lil Baby, all that type of rapper right there who, you know what I'm saying, they talk about spending money, bro. That's why a lot of these women are with them. I don't feel like these hoes love these niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, take away the money from all of these niggas. Like, these niggas ain't bagging these women. Hell, fuck no. They're not. You know, that's just a lot of them. Now they get money and they're able to throw it and spend the money. And it's like, everything's cool when they spending the money on you. But as soon as that money gets spent on a younger, better chick, then It's like, all right, bet make him look bad. I'm gonna make the artist look bad or whatever. But yeah, all these niggas are lame. Most of these rappers that rap in that type of genre, all of them niggas are lame as fuck.
Work. I don't think this was a smear campaign. You know, like her proof of this is they all have like the same titles or the same captions. Trust me, bro. This is how blogs works. Blogs steal from each other. If a blog see that one post did 1 million views with this story, they're also going to cover the story and they're also going to repost it. So her seeing everybody and their mama posting this clip of her confirming that she stayed with Boston Richey for so long because she used them for materialistic things and she wanted all the nice things that came with it. This was a clear and obvious viral story that everybody covered. I don't feel like the labels contacted them and demanded they reposted it.
How long was that long relationship? Like 2.5 years. No, Tati, I don't know how you did that hard time, baby. I can't pass 2.5.
I don't know.
I don't even think I made it past 2.5, but like I said, I was just there.
When you have a plan, you execute that plan.
I was
just
just
there.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I feel that.
what kept you in that relationship then?
I fuck with your chain.
I put baguettes around your neck. I'm a VV every chain.
You talking about?
He believes this was an orchestrated hit because the post went massively viral and people was giving her a lot of hate because nobody like a gold digger, nobody like a user, nobody like super hypergamous women, nobody like this culture that we're currently in, which is sex work culture. But people is giving her more smoke than they gave Boston Richey. Like, I'd much rather a gold digger be in society.
I feel like in a lot of instances though, like the woman, yeah, is always gonna catch more heat in a situation than a man because there's just more men that are just frustrated and sexually frustrated with women. I feel like, um, I don't know, cause it's like, bro, like this nigga's ugly. Like I feel like my thing is, I look at everybody as like a 2K player, right? Where everybody has their strengths, everybody has their weaknesses. Some people are more well-rounded than others. You know, Boston Richey clearly has to compensate with money, and this particular woman, Tati, right here, clearly is compensating with her looks because if she had the way to go get the bag herself, what do these women love to say? I don't need no nigga. I got my own money. Well, if that was the case, if she really didn't need no nigga to have her own money, she wouldn't be with no nigga like Boston Richey.
Than a predator. That's just me though. But people was writing comments like, they're literally endorsing, cheering on, and feeding sex work culture to our little girls, bro. Somebody says, Boston Kelly swear this little young bitch had love for him because he was simping and tricking. She was running game. Boston Richey effing the game up with the tricking. Exactly why I don't give. LOL. Shaking my head. They never deserve it. Right? If he was ever a positive person in your life, it's not G to ever speak on ill on him. Making a bid lit for her to speak on you like this, tragic. Young hoes won't ever really want you niggas. That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right? He got what he deserved. He a snitch tricking the lame. This would happen when you start a relationship based on the foundation of money, because when you go through a tough time, she gone.
Facts.
So she's getting a lot of backlash for this, and apparently this is what sparked her to come forward. Now, Boston Richey, like, to be fair, it took this little girl through hell. Boston Richey was arrested sometime last year for literally strangling this little girl. So the complaint stated, if you read it, right, the complaint stated that when she got out of the vehicle, the defendant, Boston Richey, had exited his vehicle and pushed her into the second row of the vehicle. He arrived at the location and began to choke her with both hands around her neck. The complaint stated that the defendant had choked her for approximately 6 to 10 seconds, choking her approximately 20 times in 2 hours.
God damn.
No.
20 times in 2 hours. Jesus Christ.
The complaint stated that the defendant on 2 occasions during this assault had pushed her down to the floor of the vehicle and used his knee and his body weight on her neck to stop her breathing for approximately 6 to 10 seconds. During the strangulation, the complaint stated that she believed that she had lost consciousness, felt dizzy, lightheaded, tense, weak, and had vomited 2 times in the vehicle. This is the type of sick stuff that Boston Richey did to this chick. So if she used him for money, or if she stayed after this to further milk him for more money, hey, albeit, bro, I ain't got no love. I ain't got no sympathy for any man who do this to a woman.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I don't have sympathy for either of these niggas in this situation because it's like, one, you a hoe ass nigga as a man. I don't feel like you should be putting your hands on a woman. Like, I don't feel like you should put hands on a woman unless you're just in a situation where you have to. And when I say have to, I mean like she's hitting you, and the only way to restrain her is by, you know what I'm saying, doing that. But then it's like, if she gonna stay with this nigga, like, nigga, that's on her. Like, I guess her mother's choice was either stay with this bullshit ass nigga and keep getting violated and shit like that, or leave this nigga. But I gotta go back living in the churches, and you know what I'm saying. So she made her choice, you know what I'm saying. So I don't feel bad for neither of these niggas in the situation.
This entire saga gets worse for Boston Richey. So she turned 18 January 6, 2024. That's 2 years ago. Well, while on a live stream, she admits that she has been dating Boston Richey for 4 years. Now, when she tells her friend at what age she began to date Boston Richey, it was still bad, but she was even off a little bit. Because if she turned 18 January 6, 2024, and she's been dating Boston Richey for as long as she stated during that live stream, then that would mean that she's been dating Boston Richey way younger than the age that she is admitting she was dating Boston Richey.
Did you ever lie about your age to any man?
Never. I've always been truthful about my age because my age is a flex. No shade. I am officially single. I am no longer in a relationship. About time. It's been a long 4 years. And I just turned 20, and it's time to focus on me.
I'm very bad at math, man. A long 4 years of dating Boston Richey, and you just
20, 19, 18, 17. 16. She said she just turned 20.
turned 20. What are we saying here? What do that mean? What does that mean, bruh? It's been a long 4 years, and I just turned 20. What does that mean? When did Boston Richey start dating her? Now, she would... and here's the part that trips you out. Like, she would admit in this video that Boston Richey did start dating her when she was underage, but I don't think she got the age correctly, man, because 4 years and you just turned 20?
Exactly. It's time to live your dream.
It's time to live my life.
Okay, you mad at that?
Thank you.
Okay.
You said, why did you and Boston break up?
Well, damn. I just felt like anything was the best decision for me. A lot has transpired already. Like
Sometimes you are very struggling.
Right, and it's kind of like, I met him at 17, right? So I gave you a long motherfucking run, nigga. It's been 4 years. I'm 20 years old now, and too much shit done happened. You know, it's just too much just happened, and I don't got time for that shit. I just turned 20 years old. It's a new year, and God's giving me another chance to find myself and execute. So I'm taking a chance.
Is that your first serious relationship?
Yes, Jalen was my first love. That's why I was so hard, y'all. But it's officially over. It's over.
I said, why did you go back to that man after the situation in Houston?
Okay, so let's be transparent here.
No, for real, please.
Let's be transparent.
Cause see, I wasn't around for that.
Let's be transparent.
Me neither.
Like I said, I've been dealing with this person for a very long time. And did we stop talking after that situation? Yes. You know, police got involved, all that. But I got that one call from that jail cell. And
From that mother jail
let's be
cell.
transparent. The situation is really up. That's facts. That's it. That's that. And I just felt like we done been together for so long. I was trying to look over the situation. We done spoke, we done prayed about it, we done made up. He hasn't done it again after that, so there has been a change that I put him behind bars, but...
Because when you know better, you do better.
When you know better, you do. If you knew better, you do better. But, like I said, we're gonna be transparent, and that jail call just...
Would you ever talk to a rapper again?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know, maybe because now she has a name, so it's like he didn't have to. If she actually takes that, if she takes the opportunity presented with her, and you know what I'm saying, takes it to the full, she doesn't have to. But would I bet my life on that? Fuck no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take that bet.
I would.
Janaya's
I'm not gonna lie, because why not? Why not? I'm gonna be real though. It was kind of fun. Was it hell? Oh my God. These niggas, majority of these niggas ain't. So So it's like you have to look at the nigga like, I ain't gonna lie, give me that coin, cause you just.
Yeah, you coin because you gonna be crying in the house of pain with the coin or without the coin.
I'm a fiend for love. I'm a fiend for real love. Unfortunately, in this generation, you have to run a nigga pocket to suck and dry and drench shit to feel like you left with something.
He claims they met at 7.
That's such a fucking horrible mindset to go about this shit. Run a nigga's pockets dry so you like nigga what like what? Bro, I've been with a decent amount of women in my life, right? I sent maybe one girl money, which low key might have been the brokest girl. And I only sent her like $15. Now, when we would go on dates, I would pay for the dates and shit like that. But like, run a nigga pocket. That's what you get when you try to sit here and compensate with money, you know, instead of actually just being well-rounded and attractive. These are the type of chicks you're gonna unfortunately deal with.
17, but the timeline will say they met sooner because if she just turned 20 and they was together for 4 years, that would mean that they were together like officially since she was 16. But this is just bad, man. You know, he's bad. Even her comments about sucking people dry, she's terrible as well. You know, these relationships nowadays are just strictly transactional, man. But regardless of what it is, man, I'm never looking at her as if she's like the terrible person in this relationship. Boston Richey got with her when she was really young, right? Regardless of how she did Boston Richey or how much money she used them for, Boston Richey is the terrible person in this situation. I'm not giving her the smoke that I'm not gonna give Boston Richey. Boston Richey to me is terrible, terrible, terrible. And
They both are. They both are. But yeah, to kind of piggyback on Farco a little bit. In this situation, Boston Richey, I would say, is more at fault due to this nigga being older and knowing better. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, you're the older one, so you have to take a little bit more responsibility in this situation than the younger person. Don't get me wrong, she still has her flaws too. She's not the best person too, but you are at the end of the day older. You should know better and be moving way better than this, bro.
belongs in jail, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? I think Boston.
Same here, man. Y'all let me know too what y'all think of this in the conversation below. Y'all still gonna be bumping Boston Richey, or y'all switch it up to a new artist? You know what I'm saying, let me know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Every single sub is greatly appreciated. Until next time.